Okay, I'm excited for this. All right, Louise. In these short messages from Spirit, I've only got 15, 20 minutes with you. So I ask you to tell me who you want me to focus on so I can go right there because some of you have a lot of souls around you and you're one of those people. I can feel a number of people. So who do you want me to focus on today?
My dad, please.
Okay. A lot of dads here today. That's funny. Not funny, but and then your dog barks in the background. Your dad's funny, I'll tell you, and he's very strong. That energy, the fact that you were feeling that hair on your lips, and then I sit down and I'm like, I don't know what the heck this is. That's his way of letting you know that he can feel what's going on in your world. But let's do this. Okay. So we're going to start with a connection exercise, which will just help me get connected to your energy. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit with both feet flat on the floor for just a minute. And then what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay. I got ya. Oh, so you're a little bit psychic too. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so here we go. Puzzle dump. I call this beginning part the puzzle dump, and I'm just going to keep my eyes closed for a minute here. It's easier for me to see them this way, but you can go ahead and get comfortable. I call this the puzzle dump because for me, that's kind of what it feels like. The minute that we do that connection exercise, there's a huge amount of information that just washes over my senses. But for me, it's kind of like puzzle pieces because I'm not in your life. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain everything that I'm picking up, and then we'll go back and figure out how those pieces fit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so right away he's making my face itchy. And when that happens, that's a sign of that there was disfiguration or that I did not look at the end of my life the way that I normally did throughout my life. And that's why I said, I think you're a little bit psychic. That's why you've been feeling that energy because as they get very close, you will feel the energy they were in before they passed away. So what he did though right away is he like made me feel all those tickles and then he showed me the body scan, which is more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. And he kind of unzipped his body like he was unzipping, like as if you're taking off a wet bathing suit and he puts it down. He's like, I feel so much better. Like he's talking about how much better he feels on that side, how he's got all his strength back. And I got to slow him down because he's now, as I'm tapping into that healthy energy, he's like, thank you. You got to let her know I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And he's got so much gratitude, but he's showing me a few different branches for why he's so grateful. I got to slow him down for a second. Are you understanding, some of
Yes.
that? How did your dad pass, hun?
A heart attack.
Okay, so why is he emphasizing before that he feels so much better on the other side? Because he's making me feel like that disfiguration in my face. Do you know what I mean? And the way he
Yeah.
took his body off, he's like, I'm so done with that thing. I feel so much better now.
Oh, because he was sick for a long time. He was
Got
always in pain, his legs, everything.
Got yeah. That's why I had to clarify because a lot of times heart attacks can just happen like that, right? And they don't know anything coming. But your dad is making it very clear that the disfiguration he felt, the weakness that he felt in his body is gone. The pain is gone.
Good.
And now gratitude. He's so grateful. I feel like he's grateful that he has been laid to rest. He's grateful that everybody, he keeps showing me the heart coming around people. The heart going around people is my symbol for healing and reconnection. I don't know if people kind of got together after his passing that hadn't seen each other for a while, maybe at his ceremony or something like that. But he's really proud of you guys. He's really grateful for the way that he's been laid to rest, and he's bringing forward a soul on the other side. Is your mom on the other side as well?
No,
Oh, as soon as I asked that question, he literally put the white blanket around her shoulders, which is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. But he's got the mother figure on that side as well. That
my
he's
my grandmother.
his mom.
Yes. Or it could be another lady too that I like. It could be my mother-in-law or another lady that was a close
It's
person.
it's your mother-in-law. It is absolutely your mother-in-law because I was getting the mother figure. I'm bringing mom through is kind of what I heard. And as soon as I said, "Is your mom still here in the physical world?" I saw him put the white blanket around her shoulders, but he's like, "I still have the mother." So I'm pretty sure that he means your mother-in-law. She's kind of funny. Absolutely. That she's coming through very strong now. She's jumping up and down, showing me that she's got full mobility on that side. She's talking really fast. Slow this down.
It could be our friend Claire too, because she was an elderly. She was my best friend's mother, and I called her mom all the time.
Yeah, and that sounds like her personality and
Yeah.
would make sense. See, this is what they'll do. They'll bring through the signs and symbols that will only relate to one person. Your dad's so sweet. He knew that you needed to know if she's okay. So he brought her forward and he's like, she's feeling so much better over here too. He's giving you the rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. And I saw three, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. So I don't know if this is like 1 July, August, September, or if there's like 3 months in a row. If I'm not sure if that's around now or around when he passed, but he showed me 3 dates, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Hmm.
So this down. It
Maybe maybe
feels like,
my three children.
are their birthdays like a month apart?
Two of them are, and the other one is not. The other one is further.
So usually I get 2 dates close together. This time it's very specifically three. Hold on. I feel like I'm going October, November, December, or September, October, November. Your two kids, when are their birthdays?
Two are May and June, and the other one's October.
So I'm going to the October one. There's something else. There's something that happened September, October, November, or October, November, December. The rose again is this,
September is my first grandchild, who's Melissa's son, my first
okay,
and only grandchild. And then
right?
my daughter is October.
And
Yes.
I'm November.
Oh, you're November, Mel. That's right.
I'm telling you, they don't change the message just because we don't understand it at first. They're like, nope, say it again. Did I stutter? I didn't say two, I said three. And this is important because it's their way of making sure that you know that he's not missing a single thing on that side. You just had your first and only grandchild. Man, they're celebrating that with you. So excited about that.
That's nice.
Is that child named after him? Because I see this, so he's either named after or just like him. He's going to be just like I'm seeing, like just like or named after.
Probably just like him.
So this down. It's funny. I have to keep trying to get people to step back a little bit because remember what I said? When you have a lot of souls, they all try to step forward at the same time and they try to take their chance. They're like, I'm not missing this chance to say hi. And your dad's like, back off. He's getting very excited about Christmas. We're not at Christmas yet. I'm like, dude, that's a few months away. He's like, I don't care. Make sure she knows that I'm there. That's the other thing he was talking about earlier, people coming together. Do you understand
Because
that?
I always make big gatherings at Christmas.
He needs you to know that he's going to be there. Watch for the signs and symbols. He loves, like, did he really love that time of year here in the physical world?
Him and I both.
Because he keeps taking me there. Is this your first Christmas or second Christmas without him?
Oh God, no, 19.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, this is going to be the first Christmas that you feel his presence so dramatically, it will give you goosebumps and shivers because
Oh,
he's
okay.
showing me using synchronicity and alignment. See, here's the thing. I think your dad's been talking to you for some time, especially around the Christmas holidays, but very often we pass off their communications as fluke, random, or chance. We don't realize that that is literally their language. So they will make something happen. They will synchronize events. They will do things like you'll wake up Christmas morning and you'll find a dime right away. You don't think anything of it. That's your loved one's way of letting you know they're there with you. You'll see a bird sitting on your window just staring at you when it's like minus 20 outside, which is weird. That is a sign from spirit. Do you see what I'm saying? Things like
Yeah,
that. But the problem is, if you don't, it doesn't matter how long they've been gone, if you don't understand certain signs and symbols if you don't understand the meaning behind them, they're useless. You will pass them off as fluke, random, or chance. And your dad is showing me that this year he's teaching you some new words, like his new language, so that you will feel his presence there in a way that you haven't felt in a while. He's
wow.
he's carving the turkey.
Oh,
But
that's funny.
you know what he's showing me? He's showing me when I was a kid, my mom had this old electric knife. I don't even know if they make them anymore. You plug it in, it's like he's
Yeah,
like that's what he's carving the turkey with.
yeah, always did.
That's what he see, I haven't seen one of those in like 20 years. But that was one of your favorite memories. That was his job in the physical world.
Yeah,
Do you still have
now
one
it's
of
my
those knives?
husband's job and my brother.
You still use that knife?
No, I don't. Well, sometimes they do. We have one, but sometimes they use it, sometimes they don't.
Oh, your dad's funny. He goes, make sure they use it. They wouldn't rip the whole turkey apart if they used the knife. Somebody butchered the turkey.
Yeah, they always do.
That's what he, see, I'm telling you, he's not missing anything. He's like, that wouldn't happen if they used the knife. This is how we did it. Please know how much he loves you. And he's watching over mom as well. Again, he's emphasizing this before he's pulling his energy back. He's rubbing her legs. Has she had some mobility issues or some pain in her legs?
The one that the spirit you're talking about,
Your
or
dad
my
is talking
that
about
with the
your
lady,
mom here.
the one that's still alive.
Yes.
Oh, um, yeah, she has some problems with her legs, but the one that was the spirit is the one that she was in a wheelchair at the end.
Ah, he keeps pushing her back. He let her come forward to say hello, and so you knew she's okay, and then he pushed her back. He's like, "No, I'm talking about your mom." Because see, what he
Okay,
just said is that he's watching over you, not missing Christmas, not missing any of that. And then he showed me that white blanket around the mother figure that's still here, which is my
okay,
symbol that he's watching over somebody. And he was rubbing her legs, which shows me a mobility issue or pain in the legs.
pain in the legs.
Is she a bit of a distance or space away from you? I don't know what it means. He said she can travel. Make her do the trip. Make her do the trip. Or she can do the trip. It's not too much for a little bit. I don't know what that means. It's like if she has to go for a drive for an hour or something.
She's about 20 to 30 minutes away from me. I go see her all the time. She doesn't drive.
I think he's bringing her to your house. She would come to your house for Christmas, though, right?
Yes.
He's just making me feel like sometimes she needs to come visit you, is what I think he's saying. Like, it's
Yeah, I
great that
bring
you
her over.
Good, because that's your dad in your head saying, get her out of the house, go get her make the trip. I can feel her almost protesting, like, no, it's okay. You don't have to. He's like, you go get her. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
It's because you're a little bit psychic. I'm going to say this again. You're a little bit psychic. And what that means is not that it's somebody standing right here talking to you. That's not how psychic abilities work. It means that you can know things that you don't know why you know, feel things that you don't know why you feel, maybe get a whiff of a smell that maybe isn't really there and you only get it for a fraction of a second and then it's gone. That is how psychic ability works. And so your dad has given me a lot of reassurance for you that if and when something happens with mom that she needs your attention or you need to know something, you don't have to worry. You're psychic enough that he will be able to get your attention. And when he starts telling you mom needs you right now, you will hear him. It will sound like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. Like that hair that was on your lip. You can't deny when there's something going on, when there's a message coming in, because you're psychic, you're going to pick it up. So he tells you to stop worrying about that, that he's watching over the both of you, all of you right now. And he's so excited about the grandbaby and first grandbaby, he specified, because there is more. But he's so excited about this and he wants you to focus on the life, like the kids and the joy right now. Does that make sense?
yeah, yeah. And I also have a brother that was close to my dad who's Down syndrome that I care for.
Wow.
Does he say anything about him or does he have any?
When you said that, he showed me the pride symbol. My when they beat their chest, that's my symbol for being very proud of you. And then he showed me again. Remember in the beginning, I said he keeps showing me gratitude, 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 and I don't know what this means. He showed me times three different ways he was grateful. That's one of them. He's like, that's the other thing that I'm extremely grateful for. You didn't have to do that. And then he said, not only that, but he has, I don't know what he means exactly by this, but has grown leaps and bounds compared to when your dad was here. That in your care, he feels like he's thriving. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
Independence, your dad is saying. He has so much more independence now than he did before.
yes,
And then he gave him new shoes.
yes.
What does that mean?
I'm always buying him new shoes.
So dad's watching over you and he knows that. And he's like, next time you need a pair of new shoes for him, you just say, all right, dad, we're going shoe hunting. Make sure you get us this size, this brand, and a wicked deal. And then when you go out, you will find that size, that brand at a wicked deal. And you will know that your dad went shopping with you. This is how we continue to include people in our lives, even though they don't have a meat suit anymore. As once you understand there is no such thing as fluke, random, or chance, and that whenever you see coincidence, co means together, incidences are happenings, that is spirit speaking to you. Once you understand how to invite them along and to recognize their little communications in your world, then you never feel their death the same way again. It's still going to feel it's still not going to be the same as when they were here in the physical world, but I'm telling you, it's so much better than death. And this is what I mean when I say that as he's pulling his energy back, he said that you start noticing those synchronicities and alignments around you. Start talking to him, start inviting him to places, asking him to show up, and he will be there. One last message before I let him pull back. He said that he keeps showing that he's with you. He wants to go shopping with you now. There's something about having mobility to be able to go into the stores and be able to do these things with you now that he couldn't do when he was here in the physical world. So he said that you've seen him in a crowd. Now, what I mean by that is that Spirit sometimes will line you up at the right place at the right moment at the right time so that you will think of them and know that they are with you. So sometimes when you're out shopping or something or just out doing something, you'll have to do a double take because you see somebody and out of the corner of your eye, you think, is that my dad? That looks just like my dad. And then you realize it's not him. But do you understand that scenario?
Yeah.
No, in those moments, that's your dad's way of letting you know that he feels healthy enough now that he can do the things with you now that he wasn't able to do at the end of his life. That he's strong and healthy and very grateful for how you've stepped up to take care of mom and your brother. And he just wants you to know that he has more ability to help you in your life than you have realized before. And the more you invite him, the more you're going to see evidence that he's still here. And I think that's why he brought you here today. He's like, again, thanking, another thank you. And he just thanked Melissa because she brought you here. He's like, I don't care where there's a will, there's a way. She convinced you. You finally agreed. I don't think this is the first time she's tried to convince you.
No, she's talked to me about it before.
Yeah. He just kissed your cheek and said, I love you.
Uh,
Okay, last message as he's pulling his energy back. He gave that rose to mom. And I'm like, is it her birthday? He's like, I need her to know that I love her mom very much. And he is very much looking forward to be reunited on that side. Not anytime soon. He just needs you to know that when it does come to mom's time, his face will be the first face she sees on the other side. All right, I'm going to let him pull his energy back, hon. But I hope that that was helpful.
yes, it was. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I have to giggle a little bit because I'm like, you're very welcome. He's like, don't forget Christmas. Literally. Aw. All right, I'm going to let him pull his energy back.
Okay.
An amazing rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Melissa, he just tapped you. He's like, all right, tap, tap, tap. I'm passing the baton. And he like came down to you. Um, But there's somebody else stepping forward. Is there somebody else you wanted me to connect to here, hun?
Yeah, grandma.
Okay, I was
My
gonna
grandma.
say there's somebody else. He's like passing the baton and
Oh,
she's stepping forward. Okay, interesting. All right, are you ready to do this?
yeah.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Okay, I giggle a little bit because clearly she was trying to skip the whole. I make them as we do that exercise. I tell them to tell me how they passed, and she gave me this look like again. I have to do this again, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't remember. So right away, she did it really quickly. So bear with me here. She took me to the mind. I saw spinning thoughts. I saw her step out of her body and stay connected to her body by the spiritual cord. Sometimes they will slow down. She's trying to go really fast. They stay we are all connected. Our souls are connected to our physical body with a spiritual cord, kind of like a baby is connected to mom with an umbilical cord. Sometimes at the end of their life, if there was a lot of pain or damage to the body, or if they pass before other people get there, they will step out of their body but stay attached until they're ready to cross over. She showed me that. She showed me the body scan. I don't know. This is just like either she couldn't communicate or something
Yes.
before she passed.
Yeah, so she had cancer. She was in the hospital for about 5 weeks, and then 2 days before she passed, she couldn't communicate anymore. And she waited till we all left, and she was alone with my dad. And we were gonna make our way back to the hospital, and they called saying she had passed away.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But did you guys go back and say goodbye after she had passed?
No, I wasn't physically able to do that.
Feels like
And
somebody
mentally.
did.
Yes, actually, sorry, my grandfather and my mother went.
Got
Yes.
because she's like it doesn't matter, somebody came to say goodbye. I heard everything they said. The cord, like her showing me that she was still attached to the body even though she wasn't in the body anymore, it's like she waited for them. She heard everything they said, so please let them know that she heard everything that they said. And your dad, before you started speaking, because he was just rambling away there, he kept showing me this symbol, which is the holding of the hand. She knew he was there. And then I feel like she's thanking him for not letting go, is what she said. Because it almost feels like she was a little bit nervous before, like about the whole dying process. And
Yeah.
then it's like she's grateful that she wasn't able to, that the coma or whatever, like the unresponsiveness, she was
Yeah.
grateful for that because there's medication or something that was given and she was calmed. And then she was in that state for a couple of days. So she was able to be a lot calmer in the process. She didn't want you guys there because she didn't want you guys to have that stuck in your head forever and ever.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
She keeps talking about your house.
Hmm.
Hold on. And she's bringing a father figure forward as well. Is your grandfather on the other side as well?
No, not her husband, but my mom's father is. I have never met him.
Interesting. He right away saluted me. So the salute is my symbol for a connection with the uniform: fire, police, military, ambulance, some kind of uniform.
Hmm.
Interesting. Slow this down. So
Now, my father was in the military.
Oh, that could be it then. Because my grandfather wasn't. So that definitely could be it.
got ya. Thank you, Louise. This is why it's so helpful that sometimes we have families on here, right? Because I know what she's trying to say. It's not an accident in the order that they bring the messages through, right? And so what they will do, what she just said, is that she took me to your house and then she brought through this gentleman and she identified which gentleman by the salute. What's even funnier about this that I just realized is Louise's dad here just finished telling us how he was not dead and we better start asking him for help with stuff so that he can show up for you guys. She's saying something, either you want to move, you want to renovate, you want new furniture. There's something about the house that they want to help you with.
Um, I don't want to move because my brother actually just bought the house 5 doors down from us. So that could
This
be
is
it.
what they're talking about. This
So
is
my son,
exactly.
so my son and my niece will be able to grow together very closely.
So, what they're saying is that your grandmother and Louise's father, so this would be your father-in-law
My
or
great,
grandfather-in-law,
well,
okay?
yeah, grandfather-in-law.
They don't care if you knew them in the physical world or not, or if you were extremely close to them. If you are connected to the people that they love you just as much. And he must have been pretty handy, and pretty good with stuff like that because your grandma enlisted his help to help connect you guys with that house. Like when they are showing me the house and telling me, insisting that they helped with something, then I don't, like I said, I'm not exactly in your life to know exactly what they're talking about, but your brother bought a house 5 doors down. They lined it up so that it would be that close together.
Oh,
That's what I mean when I say synchronicity and alignment. It is mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. How'd you get the house 5 doors down? That's pretty hard to do.
literally, yeah, for sure.
That's spirit. Is your little boy 1, 2, 1, 2 somewhere
He's
in there?
gonna be 1 in 2 weeks.
Oh, see? Very loud and clear.
Yeah.
One, I was getting the in 2 weeks. Gotcha. So she's excited about the party. She's like very much complimenting you. She's like, slow down. He's not even going to remember this one. There is absolutely a party coming up.
Yeah, I need to hear that because I'm going like extreme for his birthday.
That's what she's saying. She's like, come on, calm down. This isn't the one he's going to remember. Save it for like the 10, 11, 12-year-olds because those are the ones he's going to be talking about until he's 40.
Yeah.
And then you hear that right in the background. He goes, hey. He's like protesting back there. She's so cute. She's showing me like he's brushing his teeth now or something. She gave him a little
Yes,
toothbrush.
yes. Yeah. Yeah, because he has 7 teeth right now. So yeah.
Wow, good boy. She's like, he likes to eat this boy.
Oh yes, he does.
She's so proud of you. She's like, what a great mom you are. She's showing me a schedule. Like, are you planning your kids every 2 or 3 years? Like, are you planning to have another one in like a year or two?
Yeah, I'm planning on trying in October, November. Yeah. I want them to be 2 years apart. That was my plan.
That's what she said. She's like, she's
Yeah.
got it planned out like every couple of years. But I do see three.
I want 3. My boyfriend only wants 2, but I'm hoping I get twins next. So he has no choice.
That's funny. Oh, they have their ways, let me tell you. They have their ways. You might have another boy first because if they give you the girl, then he'll be like, we got a boy and a girl. We can stop now. But if you get another boy, then you have some leverage to go, come on, we need a girl. Let's try one more time. So do not be surprised if you get another boy. Doesn't mean the girl's not coming, your grandma said. She's talking about the crib. Where did she go? Oh boy.
You totally cut off, Tracy. Like, I didn't even hear you for a good minute.
Okay, so Spirit's doing their own thing. My internet kicked out. Hopefully, Louise, if you can hear me, can you let her know to come back in?
Yeah, give me a second.
Sorry, guys. When you're working with Spirit and technology, these things happen. Nothing I can do about that. Whew. It's funny because her grandma's still going. It's
You were
almost,
talking about a crib?
yes. Like doing something with a crib, either repainting it, making one better, getting a better crib, doing something with the crib. I'm not sure. But hold on. We'll see how much of this she caught. All right.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
That wasn't your fault. Apparently, that was my internet. Everybody said that I froze up for a bit there and then it kicked you out. But that's Spirit. Sometimes when you're working with technology and they get too ramped up and excited about a subject, it just kicks everything out.
Makes sense.
So what was the last thing you heard me say?
What was it? About his teeth, brushing his teeth? Oh no, me wanting planning the babies 2 years apart.
Right.
And me having 3.
And then what she said is, do not be surprised if you get another boy first. Because if you get the girl first, then your husband will be like, we got a boy and a girl, we're good. But if they give you a boy, then at least another boy, then at least you have some negotiating room there to go, come on, let's try one more for a girl. And then you get 3. And then they started talking about the crib, something about the crib, something about getting new stuff for the crib or redoing the crib. I saw the mobile being taken off or something about taking the toys off of the crib. Do you know what they're talking about for the crib? Why they would be showing me this? Your mute went back on, honey.
So Louise actually will be watching Braxton when I go back to work, and she just got a crib for him last week. And I made sure to tell her no toys or blankets in the crib.
This is what they're saying. Like they're taking all the toys out, they're showing you the crib. I'm telling you, they're not missing a single thing because I can't know that. She's
Did we
glad
lose?
you're going. Sorry, what did you say? Somebody said something, didn't they? Maybe not.
Doing and it
Oh.
kept doing the same thing. Hey, Tracy, you're back.
Did I freeze again?
You
Yes.
did, and I was watching you at noon, and it was doing the same thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of resistance in the world around us, and spirit is very heavy right now. So we'll just have patience, take some deep breaths, and slow down.
Yeah.
Um, Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so what I was saying is that your loved ones, your grandmother, even your great, or even your um, grandfather-in-law. And I think the reason why he's popping into your reading so much today is because Louise is here too. And like, was the message that was just delivered was that, um, hold on a second, slow down, spirit. They're in my head too fast, almost like they're trying to go too fast before it freezes again. I think the reason why they're bringing through your grandfather-in-law is because his daughter is here right now, and your grandmother and her loved ones, because there's a lot more than that over there. That's why they keep kicking you guys out, because like I said, everybody's trying to come through at once. Um, they just very much want you to know that they're watching over the both of you. So everything that has to do with the both of you is what is coming up right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you were saying, the crib. Louise just got a crib for Braxton, my son, because she's going to be watching him, and I made sure to tell her to not put any toys or blankets in it, so that could.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
Yeah.
earlier. This
Yeah.
must have froze way before I thought it did. That's what I was saying. I was like, yes, that's exactly what they would be talking about because I can't know that, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't miss anything. They're seeing everything going on. And just like when your brother wanted a house 5 doors down, all you got to do is say, okay, guys, this is what we want. This is the neighborhood we want. This is how many bedrooms and blah, blah, blah. Make it happen. And then you wait and watch how they synchronize and align it at the exact right moment, exact right time. Still with me?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, she's like back to the party because this is super fun. She's like, you know what? I thought planning like other parties were fun. No, nothing is as fun as planning your child's first party, is it?
Yeah. No, it's the best thing. I'm so excited for it.
That it's better than planning our wedding. The wedding was stressful. This party is so fun. Watch for the balloon pop. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
I think they're going to pop a balloon during the party. Are you going to have balloons there?
yeah, I'm making a balloon arch.
Oh gosh. See, I can't know that. She knows that.
Oh, there she
And
goes again.
oh no, can you hear me? This is so weird because I can hear you guys.
Okay, you're good. You're here now.
It's so weird because I can hear you guys. You guys aren't freezing up on my end. So bizarre. Okay, you can still hear me?
Yep.
Perfect. Watch for that balloon pop. She knows you're making that arch. And I think at some point during that birthday, it's going to be a big, you're going to hear one of those balloons pop. That's when they want you to know that they're there. They're just getting your attention so that you know that they're with you celebrating that birthday. They are not missing out. No wonder Louise's grandfather was saying, I'm here for 3 special dates: September, October, November.
Yep.
One more thing. Grandma just hugged you and she put the white blanket around Grandpa's shoulders as well. But I feel distance or space. Is he in a different province, city, something
Yes,
like
he's in a
that?
different province. He's an hour away from me. I'm in Ontario and he's in Quebec.
She wrapped him with a blanket. Is he having some hearing issues?
Yes, he's having some hearing issues. Yeah.
Because she keeps taking me to the ear and she's like, we need this. She's like focusing, letting me know there's some kind of issue.
It's funny you say that because you told me that one of the last readings I had with you, and I didn't think he had hearing issues, and then my dad said that yeah, he started losing hearing in one of his ears.
They don't miss a thing. I promise you, they don't miss a thing. Aw. She loves you so much. As she's pulling her energy back, she's like, I especially am not missing anything. I'm loving her be a mom. I'm loving watching over her in this stage of her life. And the fact that you are going back to work for a while and your mother-in-law is the one that is watching this baby, she's like immediately saying, showing me my sign for gratitude, and she's thanking her. Um, It's like those, especially the older generations, they really truly believe that the child stays home with the family, right?
Yeah.
And it's so much, it gives us parents so much relief to know that our children are with somebody who loves them when we
Yeah,
go to work.
exactly. Well,
And
my mom and my mother-in-law will both be watching him different days of the week, so he'll be with both grandmas.
just know how much they appreciate that. Is this your mom's mom that I'm talking to?
No, that's my dad's mom.
Okay.
But it, uh, I mean, my mom's mom might be there as well because she passed away
Well, no, the
also.
reason she's there, but I'm going to keep her back a bit. As soon as you talk about her, she steps forward.
Sorry.
The reason why I asked that is because as soon as you mentioned your mom, she's like, send her my love, send her my love, send her my love. And I'm like, oh, okay, is this her mom? Um, Either way, she's very much sending love to mom as well.
Yeah, my mom's parents passed away when she was in her early 20s, so she always took my dad's mom as her mom. So that could be it.
That's exactly it. Like, I just feel the relationship. Last week, I was passing on a message to somebody, and I'm like, the grandmother figure or the mother figure here. And it turned out it was her mom, but I kept calling her grandmother. And the reason is because I feel the relationship kind of bond, right? Mother figure.
Yeah.
That's all I feel. They're both just so excited for the birthday party. That's what this is all about right now, for your grandmother, especially. She's pulling her energy back. Well, she just told me, hold on, one more thing. Is your brother trying for a child right now as well?
No, they have a 7-month old.
Okay.
But they're gonna be trying, I think, in the next 2 or 3 years. Um,
Because she's talking about, she was about to pull her energy back. She goes, whoa, 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 one more thing, one more thing, one more thing. Let him know that I'm also hanging out with his children over here as well. So your grandmother is hanging out with the souls of your children even before they get here. And that goes for your brother too. And when you said he just had a 7-month old as well, she's like, is it a girl?
it is. Yeah.
Because she said, I love her. She's so cute. That's what I heard.
Yes. She's named after my grandma, actually.
So, of course, she wasn't going to forget that one.
Yeah.
And she loves that you guys are so close together. Loves that. And then as she's pulling her energy back, she goes, he wants a barbecue and put a big bow on it. Does he
Oh,
have,
maybe my brother, I think my brother wants a new barbecue.
that's what she said. He wants a big barbecue. And then she put a big bow on it, almost like it was a secret. Don't tell him. We're sending him a barbecue. Does he have a birthday coming up or is it Christmas? She's showing me.
Yeah, his 30th birthday's in October.
September, October, November. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She's like, so if you ask her to line it up for you, she's going to bring him a beautiful new barbecue, exactly the kind that he wants. And I can't know that he wants that. She knows that.
Yeah. Oh.
She's pulling her energy back, hon. I hope that was helpful.
Yes, thank you so much, Tracy.
You are so welcome. Okay, Sue, I'm coming to you. I was excited actually for you to get here today because some people come to me to connect with their loved ones. Some people come to me because they're getting guidance moving forward on how they're trying to get from where they are to where they want to go. You're kind of a combination of both. I knew that you were going to be here today, and your dad stepped forward. He's like, yeah, it feels good to be needed again. He said, he like stretched like that. It was so cute. But what is your focus today?
Same as usual. I took the leap of faith.
Yeah, and
So yeah, feel really good. Feel really, really good about it. Feel really positive. Been doing my gratitude and just feel that I just know things are going to work out. So, and my dad, and that's why I saw a butterfly in my balcony yesterday, ladybug. Yeah. So my
do you
dog
feel
was,
the
was
dramatic change in energy
yeah,
once you take the leap of faith?
yeah. I feel stronger. I don't feel so powerless.
You look beautiful today as
Oh,
well.
thank
Like
you.
you are glowing. I want you,
Oh,
when I post this, I want you to take a look at this week. And not that you weren't looking great last week either, but you looked tired last week. You looked a little stressed. I want you to go back and look at the difference between this week and last week and see how much you are glowing right now.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, I feel really good. Really good.
And not just that, I want you to go back and watch my live from earlier today. I don't know if you
I did.
caught it.
Yeah, I did.
Because your dad said that was very much for you as well. Because
Yeah.
once you have planted the seeds for what you want, where you're moving forward to, um, they will do the work for you, but you've got to be able to recognize when things start getting weird and
Yeah.
when things start getting bumpy. You have to start seeing that those bumps are getting you there faster, and you
Yeah.
have to recognize the signs of weirdness around you so that you don't go, oh shit, this is not good. You have to go, oh, this is wonderful, here we go.
Yeah, okay. My dog was attacked by in the dog park by a dog yesterday. It wasn't serious. He was just kind of like um, just kind of got nipped at a little bit of a, didn't break the skin hip, just took him to the vet and everything. But I don't know. I thought, is that my dad just telling me that we are, because I always worry about him, right? That he is protected, that he is safe. And, or,
I'm glad you literally got the message. You heard my live earlier, right? What
yeah,
happened to me? I got stung on my hand
I
really
know.
freaking hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes when life is trying to get your attention, it will emphasize the message. And
Hmm.
so that, what you just said there, is your loved one's way of bringing your attention to what you still need to work on. Say
Okay.
that again. What did you say to me when you explained that? I tend to worry about him. I tend to
I
worry about.
worry my dog. I always worry that he's not going to be safe, that I can't protect him.
Okay, so that energy, when you're worrying about that, is that energy love or fear?
Fear. Yeah.
Are you trying to get to a place of love or fear?
Yeah. Love.
So you can't get to that place of love if you're carrying a vibration of fear. So that scenario brings your attention to your worry, and this is what happens. The more you think and feel worried, the more you increase the chance of your dog getting attacked.
Right.
Because
Okay.
the
Yeah.
universe gives you what you are thinking and what you are speaking and what you are feeling in your world. What you are thinking, speaking, and feeling today is what you will manifest tomorrow. So
Right.
if you know that, does it serve you or your dog to allow yourself to worry?
Yeah. No, not at all.
So then the
Not.
trick there is to say, okay, I recognize, thank you, Dad, for showing me that this has been a bad pattern that can make my dog get attacked. But thank you for showing up and protecting him. That is a very strong message from the universe that you're protected. And it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me that they would line up a message like that. Because remember, I say they because it's more than just your dad, it's
Yeah.
God and your guides and your angels. You have been trying very purposefully to manifest something. So they are speaking to you with signs and symbols, not speech. So they
Yeah.
bring your attention to the situation that still needs work. And the amount of intensity in the situation is how much you need to pay attention to it. So
Okay.
you can't get forward if you're still trying to bring fear with you. So what you
Right.
do, the way you do this is first of all, you be extremely grateful for the message. Think about it this way. If you were in a hot air balloon, okay, and you wanted to go up in the air, but you had a bunch of sandbags in your hot air balloon. You start tossing them out over the side. And at first, somebody's in your basket with you and they start tossing stuff out of the side and it freaks you out. You're like, "Don't do that, don't do that." But you can't rise if that sandbag is still in your basket. So somebody's got to come and toss it out for you, right? If you don't
Right.
know that's what is needed so you can rise, then they have to do it for you. So spirit brought your attention to what was holding you down because you're trying to be lift up right now. So that's what you got to work on. It's all connected. Everything is connected. Your success is connected to how you think and feel about your dog as well, because that is your biggest heart chakra. That is your biggest heart vibration. So the way that you do that is you get up in the morning and you say, thank you so much for bringing my attention to the fact that I don't have to worry anymore. I am safe and I am protected. My dog is safe and protected. And even if something happened to my dog, then my loved ones and my guides and my dad is going to step in and keep them protected. This is so amazing. I am so glad that my dog is safe and protected. I'm so glad. And you're just going to visualize that and talk about that. And you're going to get used to saying that more and more and more. And every time you feel any kind of fear creep up in you about that dog, you're going to remember this incident. You're going to be like, Psh, I don't have to be afraid, because even if something happened, they're going to make sure she's okay or he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
exactly.
but you have to work at that because you've practiced worry for a long time.
Yeah.
And your dad said it's in more than one area that you have been practicing worry. And so they don't make you go through all subjects at the same time. They give you one subject at a time. And
Okay.
so this one's your heart chakra. So this is the big one for you. The more you feel safe and confident and happy with your dog now, the more your vibration starts to change. And like I said in my live earlier today, the fact that how weird and coincidental is that your dog got attacked right after you take a leap of faith, that is a
Yeah.
ginormous sign from the universe that you were taken off of a path that you were on before and put on a new path, because what you were asking for wasn't on your old path. So the universe has to take you off that path and put you on a new path. And that
Okay.
usually looks like a bunch of weirdness happening. Things that you think are completely unrelated to each other, but they are all related on the other side.
Okay. Good.
He said something about getting a massage or something about, like, I don't know if this is spa day, massage, something. Do you know what he's talking about?
I had one last week. I had a massage last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's like, do you see the dramatic difference in how you felt afterwards?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. More relaxed. Yeah.
He wants you
Definitely.
to, he's talking about implementing that in your daily routine. Sometimes we think, no, I don't have the money to do these things for myself. But what you don't understand is that it's an investment. It's kind of like, you know how sometimes people say, I don't have the money to eat healthy. It's very expensive to eat healthy.
Yeah.
You know what's more expensive? Getting sick.
Yeah. It's true.
And so when you understand that and you invest in taking care of yourself, and that means sometimes pampering yourself and the energy thing, um, the massage thing tells me that the dramatic change in how you felt afterwards is probably that you have some old um, energy and motion that has been pushed down and kind of stagnant for years, that now as you take the leap of faith, some of that's going to start coming up to the surface. Anxieties
Okay.
are going to come up that you haven't felt in a
Yeah.
while. Things like that, you're just going to feel them float up. And so what you do in that moment is you go for a massage, you have a little meditation or a yoga or something like that, where you just practice focusing on your breathing and just let the energy rise to the surface and leave. It's just that you got old energies coming out so they can be cleared is all. So make sure you keep regularly implementing ways like you just did to take care of yourself. It feels like you didn't do the massage thing for a while before
Yeah.
that. It had been a
Yeah.
while. And isn't that funny? The second that you release the fear and you take a leap of faith, all of a sudden you get filled with the ideas to take better care of yourself.
Yeah. It's true. I have been eating healthier and everything else. I haven't even actually been drinking wine or anything lately. I had a drink of wine last night. I thought, oh, this is a waste of calories. Like, it's just not healthy.
You
You
look,
know.
that's what I'm saying. You can tell you're glowing. When
Oh,
you
thank you.
make choices and
Mm,
decisions that are better for you, it literally glows all over you. And
yeah.
I know that you don't have issues with alcohol, but the thing about alcohol that people don't realize is that alcohol stems from the ancient Arabic word al-ghul, ghul as in ghosts, which is why we call it booze,
Oh,
which is why we call it spirits, Because
Oh,
what it
okay.
does is alcohol lowers your conscious ability to control your meat suit, which leaves this meat suit susceptible to being influenced by whatever spirits are
Yeah,
around you. And good, loving, healthy spirits don't try to influence you, they don't go against free will. Negative ones will.
yeah.
So every time that you drink alcohol, you start lowering your consciousness. That makes you very attractive to demons and all kinds of lower vibrational entities that try to influence you, which is why we do stupid shit when we're drinking, why we say bad things, why we lose inhibitions, and sometimes black out altogether. It's because something else is controlling your meat suit.
Yeah,
Now,
like that's so true.
they don't like me talking about this right now. But here's the
No,
thing, sometimes people don't realize, even having a drink or two every night, you're on that high vibrational vibe of like doing really well and success, and it gets going faster and faster. And you're like, I can have a drink. You have one drink, boom, pulls you right down because you just pulled towards you. It's like you put out this beacon to demons, and now they're going to be all around you, trying to influence you, trying to pull you down. You will feel the lowering of your conscious ability to control things around you, and you don't even realize it. One drink.
yeah. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I definitely believe it.
It's interesting you said you saw that butterfly, because your dad just said in my head, he's like, you know what, that butterfly is you right now. That's why they
Uh,
sent you. Because the butterfly is a huge sign that you are transitioning. The butterfly goes from crawling on its belly to a beautiful flying, insect that flies everywhere. It's a
yeah,
metamorphosis transformation. They don't have a physical body. Your loved ones don't have a physical body to tell you that you are doing a great job. It is working. It is working. It is working. You are transforming into who you want to be, but they can send you the sign that represents the energy that you are in. Does that
oh,
make
nice.
sense?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, very nice.
He's so proud of you. Like he
Oh,
just keeps showing me how proud he is of you. And it feels like you can breathe this week so much better. I can feel
yes,
such a dramatic difference in
yeah,
your energy.
totally. Yeah. And I know I'm going to be okay.
I know it
Right.
too.
Right. Like something's kind of show it. You know what? I think that something's going to show itself because I'm really anxious to get going to work. I want to go and start and get going and doing something. Right. And I just feel that's now it's time. It's just waiting there. So whatever. Um,
You said something really important there. You're really anxious to get going, but I want you to slow down for a second. I want you to be excited to be where you are, knowing that you are being carried to where you want to be, but not in a hurry to get there. Because where you are right now is such an extraordinarily important part of the journey.
yeah,
Sometimes, as we're in that journey of change, we just want to get to the destination. But it's not about the destination, it's literally about the journey. So,
right.
all
Okay.
of that excitement that you feel right now, tell God to show you all the good stuff. Say, you know how good I feel right now? Show it to me right now. What do I need to see right now? What is my focus right now? Show me what needs my attention right now, because the destination doesn't need your attention right now. Something else does. And what's interesting is that your dog just got attacked. They can't let you go forward into what you want yet, because you still have cleanup work to do in your energy field. If they
Okay.
give you that success before you have mastered the ability to go from fear to faith, then when they give you huge success and you don't have the skills or the abilities to manage it all yet, you'll fail. So
Yeah.
they don't let you do that. What life does, and this is how you know you're going the right direction, is that life has a wave pattern to it. It doesn't matter what it is in this world, everything goes by a wave pattern. And the best example of this is the tide, when the tide comes in. Say this is where the tide comes in, and this is where it sits right now, all that beach in between, right? Now, when
Yeah.
the tide comes in, does it just go, oh, boom, tide in? Or does the tide go in a little bit, back a bit, in a little bit more, back a little bit, in even further, back? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
Definitely.
This is how we know we're going in the right direction. That's what life does to us. It lets us go a couple steps back forward, and then it'll bring us back to like even clean up a little bit. And then we go a couple steps forward, and then we come back, and we are strengthening our foundation as we go forward. And they do that so that when we get to that destination, we have all the skills, all the abilities, all the training that we're going to need to master that destination and make it more successful and make it so that nothing can throw you off of your destiny. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't
Interesting.
freeze too much. Isn't that funny? When those ladies left, it stopped freezing for the most part. Hey?
It has.
You know what that is? I tell people this all the time. I love when we get like literal representations like that. Sometimes some families have so many spirit on the other side that they all keep trying to come in, and then it literally kicks out the technology. But your dad's funny. He's like, I'm not letting anybody else in. It feels like there's a lady over there as well. Your mom's not gone yet. You know what? We did this last time. I'm like, I thought your mom had dementia or something. No, this is her mom. I figured it out after you were gone. It's
Oh, okay.
because all I keep hearing is mom, 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 mom. And so I thought that was your mom. No, this is your mom's mom that steps forward and wants you to know that she's very much watching over your mom as well.
Oh, okay, good.
Because your mom is not having dementia and Alzheimer's. They corrected me when we got off of this live last time. They said, actually, do you know what your dad said when we got off? He's like, "You're so lucky she can't see these lives." And I'm like, "What did I do? What did I say?" And then I start getting like panic attacks, right? And he's like, "She doesn't have dementia. You're picking up her mom." And I'm like, "Oh, good."
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, "Thank you for what you cooked for him." What did you cook? He said, "It shouldn't be hard. You've only cooked like one thing in the last week." What did you cook recently?
Cook. I cook all the time. I did pumpkin muffins, or I did muffins today.
Was that one of his favorites? He's emphasizing there's one thing that you made that you should know is one of his absolute favorites. And he's like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you." And when
Okay,
I'm like, "What
good.
is it?" He rolls his eyes, which is my symbol for it's so obvious.
I don't know what I did, what I made. I made steak, barbecued
That's
steak.
it.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly. I was just gonna say it tastes like meat or something. Like steak is my
Yeah,
favorite food, so when I start seeing steak, I don't automatically assume it's steak. I think that they're
yeah.
meaning favorite food, but that's exactly what I'm tasting. And he's like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you."
Oh, you're welcome.
He's just so proud of you. He's like, "You know what you got to master right now? You got to master being comfortable with where you are, knowing that where you're supposed to be is going to align, is going to show up at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time. It's about mastering being here right now and being okay with where you are right now." Those pumpkin muffins, he's like, "Exactly. Keep doing the baking, keep doing the cooking, keep knowing that everything's going to be okay." And you've been doing a lot of journaling. And he goes, "She's been doing her homework, Tracy." The
Yeah, I have
journaling,
been.
all of it.
Yeah, good. I always too, was every year I plant dad forget-me-nots on my deck for my dad.
Aw, that's a type of
Do that.
flower. See, this is how bad.
Yeah, it's a type of flower. My dad had always made, he made lampshades in there out of like pots or stuff, and he used to drill holes in there, lit them up and stuff like that. Any of my lights stopped working years ago, so I didn't want to throw it out. So now I use it as a pot and every year I plant forget-me-nots in them. So it's kind of his own way to remember him. Yeah, it's a little bit of a flower. It's a flower. So
He's thanking you for that. He's like giving them away for Christmas presents. He's like, "Give them to everybody else. They can all plant forget-me-nots." What does this mean? Slow this down. Hold on, I'm not sure what he's talking about here. My my throat feels hoarse, and I'm not sure what he's getting at here. My throat feels hoarse. It's like I don't know if somebody was talking so much that they lost their voice, or if somebody had a sore throat recently, but my throat feels hoarse.
my mom's been having problems with her throat lately, and it's like she's doesn't know she drank, she got in the middle of the night and drank something that was in a cup in the kitchen. And then she phoned me and she was really having a hard time breathing. She didn't know what it was.
Okay.
And so ever since then, she's been kind of having problems with it. So,
So he put the white blanket around her shoulders and he said, just let her know that I'm here with her and I'm watching over her. And he
okay.
knows about that. Like those are the things that are very specific. I don't know what it means. I just know that I feel it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom keeps telling me like she's so tired. She goes, "Oh, I don't know. I guess I'm thinking that maybe, I'm ready to go," or makes little comments like that. So, and I kind of think, yeah, but
Well, when it is her time, his face will be the first face she sees. And
yeah.
by him finishing off with that kind of sign, it's his way of saying, see, he's again reassuring you that he sees what's going on with mom. So again, you don't worry because if you have a habit of worrying about your dog, you probably have the same habit around your mom. And it's a matter of changing the worry thoughts, which is just a habit of
Yeah.
thinking, the way that we think about things, changing that to from, oh my God, I'm scared of, to thank you for. Thank you for watching over mom. Thank you for keeping her safe. Thank you for letting me know if there's anything I need to do over there, get her attention. Thank you for keeping my dog safe. Thank you for, you see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
change
Yeah,
from fear
definitely.
to thank you for, because he's not missing a thing. He sees everything over there. And he's so proud of the both of you. He just said both of his girls. And as he's pulling his energy back, he's like, feeding the squirrels or the chipmunks or something. Do you have squirrels or chipmunks in your backyard?
Probably in the neighborhood. Yeah.
I think he likes to use nature to communicate with you. Your dad liked outside a lot.
He loved it. Yeah. Always loved to go for walks and things.
This is
So,
why he's sending you butterflies and you have flowers and I'm seeing squirrels.
yeah, they're
Spirit
out there.
spirit will make nature act unnaturally so that you feel their presence. So if one of those deer, you wake up in the morning, there's a deer on your lawn, that's your dad.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna let him pull his energy back. I hope
Okay.
that that was helpful.
Very helpful. Very helpful. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate it. So,
You're
yeah.
so welcome. Have
Good.
an
Yeah, I do talk
amazing.
to dad a lot. And so
Pardon?
I said, do talk to my dad a lot and thank him for that. So when it happened to Jax on yesterday, I was like, okay, dad, like I know there's messages here and I'm gonna work through it. But it was one of the things too, is that's one of my biggest fears that I'm gonna lose him, and I live with that because he is my heart. And now it's like, you know what, I'm breeding that fear, and this year it happened. I thought I'm breeding that, and that's maybe is going to be like whatever you think of, that's what's going to happen, right? So, yesterday I thought, okay, you got to let it go because something did happen, and you were able to save him. You were okay, and like dad was there and he helped you, but you were also able to handle it. And so, kind of whatever happens in life, I'll be able to handle it. So I don't have
You're
to live
not
in fear.
letting it go. You're
Yeah,
transmuting it.
yeah,
You're changing because you can't just stop thinking about something. Whenever you're afraid, those thoughts, they're a
yeah,
habit, right? So whenever they creep up, if you try to push it out of your head, then it's not going to,
yeah,
you're not going to be able to. But if when those thoughts creep up, you go, he's safe, he's protected, I'm safe, I'm protected, and
yeah,
you replace it with the thoughts of what the thank you fors. No, I'm not afraid because thank you, Dad, for protecting him.
yeah,
Thank you for sending me this beautiful dog. Thank you for me having him here right now. Thank you for the angels and the protection in our lives. Thank you for bringing my attention to this scenario that needed to be changed. What a beautiful way for them to show you what needed to be changed. Because your dad just
yeah.
said that's one of the things that you asked. What do I have to do right now? Why am I not there yet? This is
No, yeah, it
why.
was,
This
yeah,
is why, because you have to
yeah,
work on this first. So
yeah.
when you ask a question, they will find creative ways to answer you, but they don't have a meat suit to say, this is what you have to work on. They just show you.
Yeah. So every day I always say, okay, what do I need to work on today? What is it I need to work on today? Where, how, what is it I need to work on today?
Well,
My homework.
yes. Well, you got
Right.
your homework now. Your homework is to work on two things. One, transmuting fear into faith, which
Hmm.
means that every time fear comes up, you thank God and your loved ones for bringing you what you need to overcome that. And the second thing to work on is how to be happy and grateful that you are here. Even though you're not where you want to be yet, you got to be grateful that you're here. Let me
Yeah.
give you a quick little analogy. It's like when you go, let's say you have somebody invited you to a five-star restaurant. You've never been there before and you're so excited, but it's one of those restaurants that serve like 6 courses, right? Now, when you get there, the destination is that main course, yeah? But they serve you the soup. And then they serve you the salad and they serve you some bread and they serve you these little appetizers. Now, when they serve you these, are you there enjoying the moment and savoring each one as they bring them? Or are you there anxiously going, okay, fine, I just want the main course. Like, let's just get this over with. I just want the main course.
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
of
Good
right
way.
now. This is your appetizer right now. What happened with your dog was not something that happened to you. It was a beautiful gift for you. When you ask them to show you what you need to work on, ask and you shall receive. That's what happened. It's just that this time now you understand how to recognize the signs of spirit. And one more thing I want to say on that. What is so remarkable about this is that last week you just meant to buy one ticket. You accidentally bought two. You didn't know why, but your dad did. He knew that situation was going to happen, and he knew you were going to need another message this week. They always know what's going on before we do, and they will get you ready to be ready for those moments. There's no such thing as fluke, random, or chance. Isn't that cool? He was protecting you and guiding you before you even knew there was a situation. This is how you can tell you're being guided along the way. It's beautiful. Oh, you're muted, honey. You're muted.
I was gonna say, I know it's off topic now. Is there any way that you have something that you could help? Like, how do you develop your psychic abilities? Because I mean, it's sometimes like I know I do have it, but I don't know. Just
You got to practice. You got to practice reading for people that you don't know. That's how you do it.
okay,
Because you
okay,
can't read for the people that you know, because then you can't tell if what you are seeing and feeling is your own memory of who they are or if it is actually coming from them. It is so much harder to read for the people that are very in your life. Do you know what I mean?
okay, yeah,
Read for the people that you don't know as much as you can. I've been thinking about having a open mic night. Are you in Calgary?
yes, I am.
Perfect. Because I've been thinking about doing this, but we'll have to see if there's enough interest. An open mic night for people in exactly this situation where we'll get a group of 10, 15 people together, and then you can, strangers who you don't even know, and then you can go and try to read them. Break up in little groups and try to read each other and see how well you do. Do you know what I mean? That way you
Yeah,
have an opportunity to, because it's not easy to find strangers to read. You got to go up to strangers and go, hey, you don't know me, but can I practice talking to your dead loved ones? That can be awkward. This is how
a
the
bit.
live readings got.
Yeah,
This is how the live readings got here. This is how I started because I needed practice. So I
yeah.
just went up on Facebook and started saying, hey, I think I'm a medium. If you want me to practice on you, come on down.
Oh,
And
wow,
here we are, how many years later?
it's amazing.
So that's why I
Yeah,
thought of the open mic night, but I need enough people to be interested. So
yeah,
anybody that's watching this right now, if you're interested, make sure you let me know and we'll get something like that in motion. But
yeah,
otherwise, I would just say the put that out to your dad. You know he's listening. You say, tell me my homework, and then boom, you get a homework. So
yeah,
you know he's listening. And so say, okay, dad, I need somebody to practice on. And then here's one other thing that will happen as well. When you're ready to start doing that practice, you're going to be out in public or something, and you're going to be overwhelmingly compelled to pass on a message to somebody you don't even know. You'll be standing in a grocery store, you'll be standing somewhere else, and you're going to see a little old lady or something there, and you're going to be like, I know her husband is with her. I know there's a gentleman. I know. And you're going to be just compelled to pass on that message. Do it. Because the first rule of being able to do this kind of work is getting rid of the fear and
oh,
having the confidence to be able to just say, okay, here it is. That's the first step, is to have the courage to believe in yourself enough, and that incredible gnawing inside you. I could see you resonated with that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. When you have that gnawing, don't let your fear hold you back. Have courage. You know
Yeah.
what? 9 times out of 10, the person is going to appreciate it. Every once in a while, you're going to get somebody that says, "Blasphemy, you're the devil." Ah! Don't let it even bother you. It just comes with
Yeah.
the job. In order to do this and to have psychic abilities, you got to have thick skin. Part of the
Okay.
process.
Sounds good. And I'm interested in your group, so if you ever get everybody together.
I will for
Yeah.
sure let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good.
And
Thanks,
watch my
Tracy.
website, or watch my website and my Facebook page too, because I
Oh,
will definitely post it there.
another thing too, you said something about your September reading on one of your posts, and you said that your September reading will be up by dinner time last night or the night before.
Oh, what that
What
is
is that?
tickets for tickets for this, tickets for
Oh,
messages from Spirit, because I post them at the end of every month. I post all the links for the month
oh,
coming
okay.
up, and we were having a lot of problems trying to get those links up this month, but here we are.
Here we are. Okay, I thought maybe it's a separate one. Okay, thanks, Tracy.
You're
We'll
so
we'll
welcome.
see you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Christina, how are you doing, my friend? Gotta take your mute off for me, honey.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You sound like Eeyore.
Huh?
You sound like Eeyore.
Oh, it's just my hand hurts.
No doubt. You fell and you scraped or broke your pinky, I think is what you said.
Yeah, I fractured it.
And isn't that funny? 2 days later, I then got bit right in my hand, right underneath my pinky.
Yeah, I definitely resonated with your live today. Because I gotta tell you, the whole day it felt so, I couldn't put the pieces together, but it just seemed so weird.
Weird. That's how you know you're
Like,
being guided towards something.
I'm like, I don't know, it just felt so like weird and off all day, and I'm like, I don't understand it. And then boom, I did a whole tuck, a trip, a tuck, a roll.
I know what
I
it
got
means.
up and my finger was freaking, my pinky finger was like bent out and bent. I was like, what the heck?
Because life has to get your intention in the area that you need the attention, and the amount, the intensity of what happens. Like for me, it was a bee sting. For you, it's a broken finger. So your intensity is even worse than mine. Now, what that means, because it's a symbolic representation of what life is trying to say to you, right? Now, I'm going to make you understand it real clear, because it's not an accident in the order these messages come through, and I needed to read Sue before I could read for you, because just like I was explaining to her, thoughts that you've had coming into October, how many times have you thought and felt about how hard this is? I feel like I can't do this. I feel like I'm tired. I feel like I don't like this is, you know what I mean? Where I'm going with this? You felt
Yeah,
like you were letting them down. You felt like you were broken. You felt you kept thinking and feeling how broken you were, how stuck you were, how harsh this feels. Do you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
What you think and what you speak and what you feel is going to manifest. So if you're feeling broken, especially at work, you feel inadequate at work because you can't keep up doing 4 or 5 days a week like other people can, but they're not carrying the burden and the loss that you are carrying. You are measuring yourself to an um, unfair comparison here, because they are not dealing with what you are dealing with. So what life did was show you, you got to stop feeling broken at work, and you got to start thinking about how grateful you are that you can work 3 days. You know what? I might not be able to work 7 days a week because I'm still recovering from this ginormous loss, but I am so grateful that I can work 3 days. We just talked about this last week, and this is why this is happening this week, because it's like,
yeah. But
okay,
you want to know what's crazy is that, like, I was telling mom this morning, I said, Mom, what's frustrating is that I love my job, but since I've been taken out of work because I broke my finger, I don't feel like crying every morning anymore. I almost feel like I went back to work too soon, but I don't know. I'm just
Maybe.
trying to figure everything out.
You know what? Listen to yourself. Here's the thing. Maybe it's not all or nothing, right? When you said that, I heard it's not all or nothing. Remember what I said earlier? It's a wave pattern. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Maybe you just need to take some time off as you come towards this date around when your son passed away. Maybe that's what it's telling you. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, I don't think that you're going to be extremely happy to just quit, for example, because come November or so, as Christmas is kicking in, you're really going to want a job, right? And you are going to get through October. You very much are. And it's not that you went back to work too soon, it's just that you are recognizing that you need a break. But your mind is going, okay, because I need a break now, does that mean I did the wrong thing in the past, or that, I have to quit my job now? It's like it doesn't have to be so big one way or the other. It can be a medium ground. Do you see what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And this is just it. If you're feeling, too broken to go to work, then life is going to break you so you can't go to work. You understand that? Now, what you have to understand is that you get to choose. Now, once you understand how dramatically life manifests your thoughts and your feelings, then you can start choosing, what do you want to manifest in the future? If you choose to get up every single day and think about how hurt you are, then you're just going to hurt more. And I know that I'm saying this to somebody that lost their baby, so forgive me. But healing isn't something that is just going to come up in your world and snap, you're going to be better. It's something that you have to, discipline yourself to do every single day. And it's something that you have to take steps towards healing. And so I think the reason why you broke your finger is, again, telling you to trust how you feel. You need a break. Trust that you can go to your work and say, I need a month or so off, because the closer it comes to my son's anniversary of his passing, the more I am struggling and I can't do this right now. And trust that they will meet you halfway and give you that time off. And trust that you know what's best for you. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And then start saying to yourself, thank you, God, for the strength you have given me to get through these last couple of years. Thank you for getting me through this month. Thank you for sending me whatever I need that is going to give me what I need to get through. Thank you for breaking my finger, because it brought my attention to the fact that I needed some time off, but I was afraid to ask for all of that time off. Thank you for helping me through this next month. Thank you for sending me things that will make it easier to get through this month and make it go faster. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I mean, after it happened, it's not like when I got rear-ended, and I was angry, but I wasn't even angry that I got rear-ended. It was the fact of having to go back to the hospital after the whole thing with Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
But like I thanked God for showing me why it's like what the blessing is gonna be for me, because I know it happened for me, not to me, but
The lesson is that even though you feel broken, you will heal. Is that pinky going to heal?
yeah.
It's not going to be broken forever. It hurts like a son of a bitch right now. I know, sweetheart, but you will get through this. And that is what you got to focus on. You can't be devastated and grateful at the same time. You've got to try to focus your attention, practice thinking gratitude thoughts around your healing since your son passed away. I'm going to say that again. You've got to practice thinking gratitude thoughts of how much you have healed and all of the good things that have happened since your son passed away. You've got to challenge yourself to purposefully think about those things every single day. And I know you're grateful, but your grandma's standing forward here with Timmy, and she's like, but you don't get up every single day and start your day every day with things you're grateful for. That, even though I've explained this to you many times, once in a while you do, but it's not something you do every single day, right?
No.
It's something you need to, though. It's like you're never going to heal if you don't do it on a regular basis. Otherwise, it's like exercising once a month and wondering why you're not getting toned.
Yeah.
Losing a child the way that you did is one of the hardest experiences that any soul could ever go through. And the way that you heal through that is by recognizing that he is still with you. And I think over the last couple of years, we've established that. Yeah.
Yeah.
By finding ways to include them in your life now. If you're grieving him in the past, you're not asking him to show you signs and symbols of being here right now. You're not getting up every single day and going, I can't wait to find evidence that he's with me today. You're not focusing on the gratitude of everything that you have learned and healed through this. And you know what? You might not be where you want to be yet, but thank God above, you are not where you were.
I thank God every day.
I know.
I talk to him every day.
I know, sweetie. He's listening. That's why you broke your finger. Not because this happened to you, but because you needed a break. Literally.
Yeah.
The universe manifests things symbolically. The universe, God, your angels, your guides, your son doesn't have a physical meat suit to give you the answer and say, you know what, you need a break, Mom. But it will literally line you up physically in such a way that your life will deliver the message that it's trying to give you. The message here, sweetheart, is threefold. One, you might be broken, but you will heal. Two, you're not as broken today as you were a couple years ago. And three, and probably one of the most important things that it needs you to know is that you have to maintain diligent routine and discipline every single day to plant what you want in your world. You have to see that what you think and speak and feel will manifest, even if you don't speak it all the time, even if you don't walk around saying, I feel broken, I feel broken, I feel broken, I feel broken. Even if it's just something you're thinking and feeling and you're not speaking, it will still manifest tomorrow. And today has been a day of lives and messages from spirit that all kind of highlight that message. Do you see that?
Yeah.
But here's something else, sweetie. Your timing is impeccable because I'll tell you something. I don't know if you were just like refreshing my website continuously the other day, but what I do know is that when I was struggling to get my links up, they weren't working. I don't know if you noticed this time that the links for Messages with Spirit today, they didn't have a picture like they normally do. And the reason for that is because every time I tried to put the picture up, it gave me an error message and wouldn't load it. So I just did a trial without the picture, and within literally 1 minute of me posting that, boom, I heard my email go ding, and I'm like, what is that? And I look, and you bought a ticket on the
Well,
link.
something told me to go get the ticket. So I went and bought the ticket.
Within 1 minute of me posting that, honey, I was literally, when I heard my email come in, I was sitting there, I was about to delete that link because I was playing with it, trying to get the picture up with it. But you dinged and you bought it. And I heard Spirit say, it's fine just the way it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't need a picture. And what's even more than that is that tells me that your psychic abilities are developing as well, because you knew instinctively the second that it was available.
Yeah, because I went on and I don't know. Son
It's
said, oh, go buy your ticket. You didn't buy the ticket.
It's
So I went on
extraordinary.
and bought it.
It's extraordinary example of synchronicity and alignment. You are exactly in the right place at the right moment at the right time, or you could not have lined up with that. That's the message you need to know right now. You are exactly where you need to be. This too shall pass. Now I want you to do your homework every single day. I want you to forget about 5 minutes, just 2. Of as soon as you get up in the morning, I want you to thank yourself for how far you have come. Forget about your loved ones, forget about God, everything. I just want you to talk to yourself when you wake up in the morning. And I want you to thank yourself for having the courage to speak your needs, because that's not always easy to do, is it? I want you to thank yourself for continuing to move along. I want you to remind yourself what an amazing mama you are. And I want you to remind yourself how much the universe has your back. And so if you need something, you need a break, one way or the other, honey, you're getting a break. You see how that works?
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like cooking, just throw some hot dogs in a pot and throw some french fries on, you're good. That's what Timmy said. So you haven't felt like cooking too much lately?
No, because my hand hurts so bad.
I see.
It
That's why.
hurts to do everything.
Um, you know what? As much as it hurts, I want you to start thanking God for your hand feeling better. I want you to force your mind to manifest a different result for tomorrow. Okay? So I want you to keep thanking God for your hand feeling better every single day. You got to thank it. Thank God for what you want before it comes. You've got to feel and visualize yourself feeling so much better before it even happens. And at the same time, Timmy's telling you to relax. It's okay. Don't feel bad about that. Boo's old enough to have some, like, make himself some hot dogs and french fries or something, right? He's not a baby. He's 14 now, almost going to be, or is,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Well, he's 14 like your son.
Well, my son's 14 next month. But
Oh, well, they're about to.
yeah, same thing is that here's the thing. If you're feeling guilty because you can't cook the meals or be there for him the way that you were before when you weren't broken, you are missing an opportunity and you are missing giving him an opportunity. This is an opportunity for your son to step up and be, nurturing and reassuring to you, to bring a piece of comfort to you the way that you have done for him. And
Yeah,
let me
he's been helping.
this is what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to delegate and give him new things that he can do to help you, and load on the praise about how much you appreciate him and how much you love him and how you couldn't do this without him. And wow, I'm so lucky to have you. And teach him how to cook. Use this as an opportunity for him to be your hero. Because I promise you, your son is not going to feel um he's not going to feel burdened by these requests. He's going to feel honored that there is something he can do to help you. Because when our parents, I'll tell you something I've learned. I've got 4 kids. Something that stuck with me in therapy many years ago was that when we are hurting and broken, the worst thing that we can do is try to put on a facade to our kids that we are strong and we got this and I can still do this. Sometimes the best thing that is so damaging for them, and I'll tell you why. Because they don't get to see you weak, they don't get to see you struggle, and then they don't get to see you recover. And what happens is that if they don't see you weak and struggle, and then they see you recover and overcome, then when they grow up and they get weak and they struggle, they're not going to know that you can overcome this. But when we allow ourselves to be a little bit vulnerable, we give our children a chance to help us. They know you're weak anyway, even if you try to pretend you're strong. They know the difference. So when you tell them the truth and you give them a way to help you, that for them takes away the fear. It gives them something to feel needed and appreciated and all those things. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather
Well, he
than if
definitely has seen me like all that.
But make sure you give him ways to help you. You know what I mean? He
Yeah, I
needs,
have because my hand be killing me.
well, do it a lot, not just because you can't do it, is what I'm trying to say. Do it because it's his opportunity to be your hero. And being your hero makes him feel safe and shows him that you and him are recovering and overcoming this together. And I promise you, no matter what happens in his world as he's growing up, he's going to remember you recovering. He's going to remember you succeeding. He's going to remember that he was one of the souls that helped you do that. That is extraordinary. And that is what he needs to carry with him for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Ask Timmy where we went yesterday.
Oh boy, they don't usually do well with tests like that. All I know is it was fun because when you said, "Where did we go yesterday?" I heard people and a crowd. Where were you?
We went to the fair, and see, with me being out of work, money's tight at the moment. So I was like, well, I was telling my friend, I was like, well, I don't have the money really to take us to the fair. So, and I heard in my head, I heard Timmy say, no, we can do it. I said, all right, if we can do it, then you get the money and I'll take us to the fair. Sure enough, the money came.
See, that's how it's done. You decide what you want. Don't think about the limitations. Think about what you want. Give it to your loved ones and your guides, and then let them line it up for you. That's exactly what I'm talking about. All I know is he had so much fun. When you asked me where did we go, I felt the joy meter go up, and I heard people in a large crowd all around. Did you guys have cotton candy?
No, we didn't, but we had fair food. Obviously the kids wanted fries. Um, we just had a whole bunch of stuff,
I can.
but we had fun.
Did you go with Mary's kids as well?
No, Mary went, but by the time we got there, she was leaving. But I went with my friend Vicky and her kids, and
Got ya. See,
yeah,
what's funny is that he goes, Mary too. So he knew that you guys were there, but he also knew Mary was there. I can't know that.
yeah.
That's
Um,
exactly what it's about, honey. Ask for what
Sharif even he even went and did a ride with Trenton, so he got to have that connection with a baby.
I love that. And how did you feel when you came out of there?
Oh, we felt really good, and actually, I know that. See, I have a lot more positivity than some people do, even though I'm down and out. Um, so yesterday we got out of the fair really good, but Vicky and them got stuck in there. They got stuck behind a fight and all that.
But you guys were riding synchronicity and alignment. That's another message that you are in a very good vibration. Nikki or Vicky's in a completely different vibration right now. She's in a stuck
Yeah,
vibration. And your vibration, your frequency, your heart is like a radio frequency going out, and it lines you up with everything that matches that frequency. When you're feeling really good and ease and free when you come out of there, you line up with that. If she's in a restricted, stuck vibration, she's going to line up with that. That's why it's so important to get up every single day and say, I am so proud of you for how far you've come. I'm so grateful for where I am. You get where I'm going with this. Because
yeah,
if you stay in that fear vibration, things happen that match that frequency. Aw. He's so proud of you. He's like so proud of you. No wonder he was showing me French fries and hot dogs and things like that.
yeah. We went to the fair.
He's like so glad that Boo's back in school now. And he's like, he's going to do so much better this year than he has before. I feel like he's got his mojo back. When does he go back next week? I said back in school. He's like, not in Canada, maybe. They're not back in school in the States.
His first day's Thursday,
See,
and
I,
I think he's gonna do better anyways because he was really good in elementary, like had good grades. Like fifth grade, he was one of the top kids in his class. But then when he went to that middle school, his grades dropped. But also we had the whole situation with Timmy too. So that was a lot on him. But he did not like middle school from the first day he walked in there. He didn't like the cursing, the loudness, the shoving, the fighting all the time. And Broad Auburn, I hear, is a lot better, like a quieter school, and he's excited for the new start, even though he's not excited to go back to school.
I know. Timmy's so excited too. He's like, just let my brother know that he is going to have so many more friends at this school. Like, I see him being very popular. He's a very good looking boy, your son. And I can see like some of the girls noticing in him and him coming into his power where it's like, I feel wanted. I feel important. I feel valuable. And I feel like I have everything I need to accomplish my goals here. So watch how good he does. And Timmy just said he's going to have a great teacher. It's going to be one of his favorite teachers, whether that's his homeroom teacher or just some other teacher, I'm not sure. But Timmy said he's going to have his favorite teacher ever in this school.
That's cool.
All right, hon, he's pulling his energy back. As he's pulling his energy back, I see your grandma there holding him, and she just bear hugged you, and she's like, I'm so proud of you. She just needs you to know how proud she is of you, that you will get through this. Remember, your hand is going to hurt like a son of a bitch at moments, but it comes in waves too, doesn't it? The pain throbs. A throbbing is a wave, right?
Yeah.
And that's how healing works. So if you're feeling the throb, you are going the right direction. It will lessen and lessen and lessen as the days go by, but you've got to do the work as well. You understand?
Yeah. I'll wake up and do that. I did do it the first couple days and then I didn't. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, that's okay. Well, you can't because they already told me that you did it once or twice, but you don't do it on a regular basis. That's like brushing your teeth once and then at the end of the month going, I don't know how I got a cavity. I brushed my teeth at the beginning of the month. You got to do it every single day.
Yeah, actually, when you said that, I was like, Grandma, really? You had to tattle?
It's not about tattling. It's about you want to get forward. It's like, well, this is what you need to do. We'll just remind you again. This is what you need to do to get to where you want to go. And again, how cool is that? That is it your right hand that you broke?
No, the
The
left.
left. But still, like within days of you getting hurt in your hand, I get hurt in mine. Isn't that cool? And then I do this whole live of how spirit will make stuff like that happen, but it's happening for you, not to you. It's a very literal manifestation of what your emotion is. Emotion, energy in motion. Once you understand how quickly energy and motion manifests into reality, then it is scary to allow yourself to feel fear and to think about fear because that's just what you're going to experience tomorrow.
It
So,
was just crazy, like, because I fell so fast and I thought I hit my knees, but I literally did like a whole somersault. Like I tuck and rolled and it happened so fast. It was like Timmy like threw me, like I rolled really fast and I thought I hurt my knees, because I hit the pavement, so I thought my knees were going to be like bleeding from like scrapes. And I looked at my knees and I'm like, what the heck? And then I looked at my left hand and I'm like, uh-oh, I definitely just broke my pinky.
one of the things that Spirit says to me all the time about parents, your grandma's showing me this now. Oh, sorry. Let me just turn that off. Weird. One of the things Spirit tells me all the time about parents, they will say they will do the pinky finger thing. You probably heard me say it before. The pinky
Uh-huh.
finger is my sign that you have more mothering and nurturing ability in your pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. Isn't it interesting that you broke the pinky finger when you're dealing with a situation about your child where you feel broken and that you can't use that nurturing, mothering ability because your child's on the other side? You see how symbolic that pinky finger is?
Yeah.
Your heart is broken, which is represented for whatever reason, Spirit uses that to represent motherhood and nurturing. Your relationship with your child has been broken in the physical and reinvented in the non-physical, but it is not gone. He is still here, watching over you, loving you every step of the way. and still very proud of you. That you have, saying it again, that you have more mothering and nurturing ability in that little broken pinky finger than some people do in their whole body.
Yeah. I find it really weird how like we've gone through a lot of like similar things through our years. Like you
Well,
got stung and I broke my pinky.
couple of things on that. Spirit has to make me go through something first. Otherwise, I don't understand the meaning of it. Once I go through it, I understand what it means, and then I can teach it to other people. But you can't teach something that you don't know.
Yeah.
So they make me learn it first through many, many years of stuff. I've been learning this, and then I can teach it to you. And sometimes in this kind of situation, it's like, oh, okay, she broke her finger. Bam, you're going to hurt yours too. So then you know what it means. Fun how
Yeah,
they,
you had me laughing when you said you were dancing and
oh, you should have seen it. It was, I would not be surprised if this video is going to pop up on TikTok or something
no,
somewhere. Look at
listen,
the crazy wand.
I thought the same thing because you know how so many people have cameras? I'm
I
like, I
know.
wonder if they caught this whole thing on camera.
I I guess we'll find out one day.
I could only imagine if they caught they're probably laughing their asses off at me.
I know
Like,
that
look
lady.
at this chick.
Yeah. It's just, see, that's just their way. When you feel humor in it, even though it's painful, it's like telling you that's still a message saying, lighten up, it's all good. It's happening for you, not to you. Have a sense of humor with it.
Yeah, I didn't even stress it. I mean, I cried. I was crying. That shit hurt, but
Yeah.
I even worked through it until the rescue driver could get to me, which was a couple hours later. I hurt my hand at 4 and I didn't even get to the ER until like after 7.
Aw,
So I worked through it. I just kept going.
that's right, because this too shall pass. You will heal. I promise.
Thank you.
All right, sweetie, do you feel a little better? Your energy feels a little lighter.
Yeah. Well, I felt pretty like good earlier today, especially after we went out and had some fun.
Yes, you see why that's so important to incorporate into your healing journey around the time that is going to be the hardest. Do you see why I continue to emphasize that for you?
Yeah, and listen, yesterday, I at first I gave Boo like like the chance, like, do you want to go? And he was like, no, and I was like, well, you know what? I was talking to Vicky, and then I heard Timmy say, no, we can go, and I said, okay, you make it happen, and I'll take us to the fair. And then I was like, Boo, we're going to the fair if I find the money. And he said, oh, cool. I said, are you being sarcastic? He's like, no. And he ended up having like a really good time. So,
Yeah, I know. Sometimes we get stuck in that little pain vibration and it feels like we don't have the effort to even go and have fun. That's when you need to do it the most.
and I made sure we went with Vicky so then he could have
Some time.
that time as if, yeah,
Yeah.
because
You're a good mom.
I know he misses it too, because I miss it dearly. So,
You're an amazing mom, sweetheart. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, 2 steps forward, 1 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That is how you know you're going the right direction. All right, kiddo, I'm going to let them pull their energy back for now. But have an amazing rest of your day and the rest of your week, okay? I look forward to talking to you again very soon.
yeah, thank you.
All right, take care.
Bye.